What is up? It is day 5 of Paris Fashion Week.
What's good? Can you believe it's day 5?
I know, it's pretty weird. I feel like Paris Fashion Week is one of those weeks that goes really slow but really quick at the same time.
Literally.
There are so many things happening. You're like left, right, center.
It's just all one day, honestly.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
It feels like today that we got here.
Exactly.
And today I leave. Tomorrow you leave.
Which is, I don't want to talk about that because
48
it's kind of
hours
depressing.
left.
It's so beautiful here. Where are we?
Yeah. We are in Rue Combo, which is the street that the first ever Chanel was placed.
Wow.
I'm going to say placed because I don't have another word, but placed sounds
I like
good.
place. That's beautiful.
Yeah?
You know, it's like a universe thing, like place.
Placed. And that is where we are.
Mm-hmm.
Today we have some pretty epic things coming up, so stay tuned. Keep it locked. You know where it is. And speaking of epic, your outfit is epic.
My outfit's epic?
Yeah,
Your
look at
outfit's
this-
epic.
look at
Look at this. But look at this.
But look at this.
But look at this. Okay. Well, stay locked.
This morning we sent Noah to Cise Marjan to talk to Sander, the brand's creative director, and he spoke about his first menswear collection.
So first off, how are you, man?
I'm good.
Are you nervous?
I have to say a little bit. Initially, I was like, oh, it's fine. Like, you know, it's just another show. And then this morning I woke up and I was like, oh, okay, it's another show, but it's Paris. You know, it's just a big deal, I guess. It's our first men's show. We've never done a men's show. So it's a little bit nerve-wracking.
What's the vibe of this show?
Well, the vibe of the show is a few different things. It definitely has a lot to do with the idea of masculinity, the idea of male sexuality, sensuality, fragility, but it also has to do a lot with this idea of pure luxury, you know, which is almost something that has been disappearing a little bit, you know, and it's something that nothing makes me happier than just an incredibly well executed, perfectly made garment. And I think it's kind of the combination of those two things together is what the collection sort of is.
How do you balance, that kind of very soft, graceful kind of, vibe mixed with the person that's a little rougher?
With those things, they come very natural somehow. Like it's really something, it's always that friction between those things that is something that I'm always interested in. And it's something that for me, it's how I see things, it's what I react to. Like I do everything very instinctually and gut feeling wise. So sometimes I don't really know what I'm doing. I just know that is right and that is wrong. And it also sometimes happens that I don't really know what it is that I'm doing till after it's all done. So this is one of the very few times that I kind of realize what it is that I'm doing. And it's really, that's kind of what Cise Marjan is for the men and for the women. You know. So we're going to see a lot of natural fibers. We're going to see a lot of shiny materials. That's something that, you know, we've always done and something that we sell really well, that we're known for. So a lot of satin kind of textures. But then there's also a lot of leather, a lot of crocodile embossed leather, and a few prints, but very, very like minimal. It's a lot about color as always. So there's going to be a lot of different types of textures. It's also a fall collection and a summer collection combined. So it's kind of seasonless. Well, actually, no, it is as much season as you can get. It's the opposite of seasonless. It's like all seasons, exactly.
Man, I'm excited. I really want to see the clothes.
I know, me too.
Keep it locked. Noah is heading backstage at Rue to check out their first menswear show in Paris.
All right, man. First off, you know this is a major congratulations.
Thank you.
Major.
Really?
First off, like, the minute you even, like, type in Rude, dude, our interview from last season pops up.
That's crazy.
And it's crazy, like, we were in that showroom, and now, dude, you have an entire school.
Man, it's an honor. Thank you to my team.
Yeah, man.
My
So
team.
what was the influence when you were like, all right, like, this is the direction I want to go in?
Yeah, when I was designing the collection, which is called Seven Falls, I was really thinking about, like, for the people who aren't familiar with the brand, like how I could tell my story, my personal story, but also convey a hidden message of like honesty and facing adversities and getting back up. So, you know, I played around with that entendre of like the term falls, and I used that to, you know, explore. But really, this is more on a testament of like my upbringing, my foundation, my family who couldn't be here. So.
What was that process like? Was that all LA, or did you like travel all over the world for that?
Well, we did our tailoring in Italy, and you know, the vibe always gets done in LA. More so, I think the focus for this collection is on exploring how we can, you know, open up new categories and what the Rude brand really represents, like what the world is, and yeah.
And also, we're in school right now, so why are we in a school right now?
I'm trying to teach them.
You trying to teach guys? Trying to school them on that?
Trying to school.
Is that really?
No. I wanted to find a place that like hasn't really been used recently, and like where I could grow from. You know, I think my story has always been kind of going against the grain and doing what I think is feels right intuitively. You know.
And you have any favorite pieces of the collection?
The whole collection, I think.
The whole collection.
Yeah, the whole collection. Footwear, I think this season is super strong. But yeah, this is like, again, a representation of the body of work that I've done prior to this collection now.
How do you kind of retell that story, even though, you know, there's so many people that already know it?
Well, to me, I always try to see the brand as if it was someone's first impression, you know? And I think this would be the best one for me.
Yeah.
You know?
What's really exciting about menswear to you right now?
There's an open space for new creatives to come in and represent what they have to represent, you know?
Dude, I'm so excited. I can't wait to show actually like starts. Also, because I know all your friends are going to be here. And I know that everyone is so proud off of like the Instagram posts.
Yeah.
Like you can just see everyone is so excited for you to like.
This is just like a celebration for all.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Much love.
It wasn't so long ago we were in the showroom. You know?
Psh. Facts. So we just got finished seeing Ruigi's first presentation. How crazy?
It was so good. I mean, I've been following him, Ruigi and Rude, for a minute now, you know, and I think that this is kind of like that next level, that next step for the brand. And I love how he didn't, you know, I feel like he didn't put too much pressure on himself to like change it up too much because it's a presentation. And he still felt very true to Ruigi and true to Rude. And I think it's just a bit more elevated. You know, I think the pieces are not too like crazy, right? And I think when the pieces are a bit more simple, you try and like overdo it with the styling. And I think that they were smart. Him and Matt Henson were smart in keeping it very chill, very simple, not trying to do too much with the styling, but it still looked so good. The accessories, those bags, like were amazing. You know, the footwear was great. Just a really great collection, cohesive, wasn't too many looks. It was like perfect.
Coming up, Noah spoke to one of his favourite new designers, Reese Cooper. And Noah has pretty good taste, so I'd stay tuned.
So first off, what's good?
I'm exhausted. It's been a full-on week, but I'm happy to be here.
So talk about the influence of this collection.
This collection is called How a Letter Travels. All the collections I do kind of follow like this chronological, hypothetical story that has parallels to like what's going on in like the company life that I'm running. And so this one is like, the basis is how far you're willing to go to like get your message across, deliver that message. And it's also like the parallels, like it's just getting to that point where it's like, all right, let's prove that we can take this seriously. Mm-hmm. So we just got like the CFDA, VFF nomination, and this collection is like the most elevated one I've done, like less streetwear than ever. And so it's kind of just like pushing that message. Then also just like, where do you take it from the last collection? That was my biggest thing after hitchhiking, and then this is what came out of it.
When you have the concept, and you start to get into designing, what is that first thing that's like, all right, this is how the collection's gonna look? Is it like a certain fabric, or do you walk somewhere, see a movie or something like that?
It's usually like based on how it's all kind of following this story. I kind of think of like, all right, how do we want to progress this story? And then just taking it from there, picking like the color palette that makes sense, figuring out like where it's going to be shot before I even like pick the fabrics, and then just making sure everything like works as this like cohesive scene.
And something that I'm asking everyone that I'm interviewing is, what do you think is exciting about menswear right now?
How inclusive it is. The fact that I can do this and be in Paris and be around you guys and everyone. It's just like a very inclusive scene right now. Like Virgil, Heron, everyone doing their thing. It's very different than 10 years ago. And that kind of opened the doors for people like me to be able to come and show this stuff.
And now we have to look at some of your favorite pieces.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. So yeah, what are your favorite pieces?
Start over here. The denim stuff I've been getting really intricate with. So this is all, it's the same denim fabric that I use every season, and it's just figuring out like, again, different ways to work it and wash it and just reinterpret the same fabrics every time. Like it's the same actual fabric. It starts out as raw indigo, like is this piece.
Oh, it's sick.
Yeah. And these are fun. It's got like a little nod to the theme of the collection. This has the actual like box weight and dimensions of what you literally need to to ship this jacket.
Yeah.
And same with the jeans, but it's like the actual numbers.
Wow. This is really, really good. Also, this.
Yeah. This
Please talk about this. You said that this is made out of recycled paper.
Yeah, it's like 70-30 recycled paper and cotton. Just like as another nod to continue this collection, because it's all about the literal meaning, like how a letter travels. So it's like the recycled paper, and the embroidery is the blueprint of the post office in the town that we shot the book for. And it's just like full panel embroidery. The graphic goes straight over the back into the collar.
Would you say like this is the craziest piece?
Definitely most technical.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
the most technical. Yeah. Okay. Oh, this too, man. Just super clean. Shout out to Camp Shirts, man.
Yeah. No, I love these. I actually printed this one myself by hand.
Oh, really?
Like 3 hours before I had to fly.
Man. But now I really want to talk about this accessory that's really been popping. This bag, man.
Yeah.
You've been wearing this all around Paris?
Yeah, all week.
Yeah.
So I love this thing. This is the watercolor camo. So I couldn't find a camo fabric that I wanted to work with. Mm-hmm. And so I was just messing around with, like I went to the art store at like just before they closed, got a whole bunch of watercolor stuff, having never done it before. I was like, what do I need?
Yeah.
Did like 10 little camo patterns on paper, scanned one of them, rearranged the colors, and turned it into a repeat pattern. Printed on linen, cotton, and leather. So this is like the watercolor camo crossbody.
Man. And most of the things that you do, you'd say that like you like to stay like in LA?
Yeah, everything is pretty much made in the same building, like 90% of it.
Dope, man. This is sick. The love.
Pleasure.
So when High Snuff go to Paris, we pretty much go all out. We get all the team down.
Come on. Literally, the entire office is here.
Mm-hmm.
We threw 2 bangers.
2 events, not
Yes.
one, but 2 events last night.
Duh.
The very first one was a zine with Sif.
Yep. And then we went to Jungao, and things got a little messy.
If you weren't there, you were probably square.
Definitely. Check it out.
That is day 5 done for you.
Done.
Out.
And that means you're out.
And I am out.
So depressing.
Head home today to London. You've got 24 hours left. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I guess I just have to keep running these streets like a hooligan. It is what it is, you know what I
Take
mean?
one for the team.
Dolo.
Let us know what you thought. Comments below.
Please.
Tell us what you liked, what you didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us what you thought about this outfit. I mean,
About my outfit?
there's
About
a
your
sock
outfit?
and sandal situation going on here. And
But check
I dig
out
it.
this kind of, I don't even know what to
It's
call
a little
this.
bit of Jean-Paul Gaultier.
Oh, flex on him. One time.
Let us know. Thank you so much for watching.
Peace.
Ooh,